Hey everyone, it's Dark Viper and back with a new video about, you guessed it, simulators. One of the questions I get all the time during my live streams is, hey Dark, what's your favorite sim? Or what's a good sim that isn't like all of the other sims? Well, I've decided to give you a top 20 simulators list that I'm playing so far this year. Also be sure to keep an eye out for a few hidden Robux gift card codes. In the video, there are some codes hidden throughout. Definitely put them together if you can. And if you found one, be sure to comment in the comments below so that someone doesn't try to spend forever trying to decipher whether or not they found it and that it's already been redeemed to save them some time. Also, if we get at least 100 likes on this video, I will hide another code in my next video. So definitely check for that code and see if you can find it. We're gonna go and start with a countdown. Started with number 20, Pet Simulator 2. In Pet Simulator 2, it's a pretty basic concept. You have a bunch of pets, you send them to coin, and you collect coin and level up. You also use your coin to get better pets, and the more pets you have and the better pets you have, the faster you can complete these coin objectives. The only reason why this game is not number one is the game has not actually received many updates. We're kind of stuck in this volcano section, but it is still a very satisfying game to play. I'm still super hopeful that they're going to actually update the game and give us some new content and pets to grind with. If you haven't checked out Pet Simulator 2 yet, definitely give it a shot. There's a link in the description below. Next up on our list is a new simulator called Planet Hoppers. Planet Hoppers is very much in the genre, if you want to call it a genre, of Ninja Legend style copycat games. I will call them copycats because they are almost identical in many, many ways. They're just different tools, you get different ways to jump, and you've got different ranks. Now, the only catch on this game that I thought was pretty interesting is you do get to mine coal. So you're not going to just sit there and swing and swing. You're going to actually go and mine ore and different types of metals. You do, of course, have the different planet hopping aspects. That's hence the name for Planet Hoppers. So you do have the island hopping and jumping, and then, of course, the ranks and such. So if you're looking for a different style of Ninja Legends to play, definitely check out Planet Hoppers. Number 18, we have Magnet Simulator. In Magnet Simulator, it's a pretty simple concept. You have a magnet and you want to attract as many coins as possible. You sell those coins for special tokens, essentially rebirth tokens. And so essentially what you're looking at is this is more of like a rebirth simulator type game. You're really just going to try to rebirth as much as possible so you can get to new rebirth zones and get better coins and continue to do that loop. And of course, you can spend your rebirth tokens on better equipment, bags, pets, and that such. So it is a very satisfying game to play. If you haven't played it yet, definitely check it out. It's just fun to just run around and collect coins. Number 17, we have the OG itself, Ninja Legends. Now, Ninja Legends was not the first of its kind to have sky hopping and climbing and clouds and such. Bubblegum Sim came out with it first. Bubblegum Sim isn't in this list, unfortunately, because it is kind of an older game. I don't really play it as much anymore. And they have come out with a bunch of different features in this particular game, like being able to completely rebirth, like almost like a prestige, they call it, to basically get an elemental or an element. And you can get all elements. I think the last one they did was an eighth element. And I haven't played it in a while because there's so many other options, but it is definitely the game that I still come back to and try to play every once in a while. Again, this is kind of one of the games that's really became a catalyst for a lot of copycats. Next up for number 16, we have Soda Simulator. Soda Simulator is, again, a Ninja Legends style copy game, but it is just fun. I don't know why. It's just a lot of fun to shake sodas. I love them. I also like the pets. The pets have a little bit of that bubblegum simulator style. They just look really cool. And I like the zones, I like the environment, I like the feel of the game. I also really like these hang gliders that you can fly around on. It just felt just pleasing to be able to glide around. You can also kind of do like this little speed jump glide kind of thing that just helps you get around to different places very quickly. You are using candy to hatch, and they did have the Easter event during this time to help you get some really good pets. Now, you do have the rank system. You have the bottles. So bottles are your capacity. Flavors are your actual like sword, I guess, equivalent. And then ranks obviously give you better multipliers. There's not much beyond this to the game. It is just a typical Ninja Legend style game. You are cloud jumping and all that. So definitely check it out if you're into the Ninja Legend style category. Next up, we have number 15, and it is Slaying Simulator 2. Slaying Simulator was actually one of the first games that Zombie and I actually used to play together on stream. It is just such a fun game. Again, the whole concept here is very, very basic. You're going to go to different zones. You're going to kill the enemies in that zone, rank up, improve your abilities, buy new equipment, and just continue to progress. And I believe they're eventually going to add rebirthing because the original did have rebirthing. Next up, we have number 14, Tree Planting Simulator. Tree Planting Simulator is by the group Terabyte Games, if you are familiar with them, including Sabrina, Bright, and DJ Monopoly. They are a fantastic YouTube crew and duo. I hope you do check them out if you haven't already. Tree Planting Simulator initially started with the Team Trees. It was essentially a charity event with Mr. Beast that was Mr. Beast was driving or supporting. And this game came out originally during that time. It kind of decreased. Unfortunately, it's not as popular as it should be because a lot of people thought it was just an event, but it's not. It's actually, you can play anytime you want. And the idea here is you're going to plant some trees, you're going to harvest the seeds, you're going to sell those seeds for more money so that you can upgrade your trees, and then you're going to rebirth. Rebirthing gives you tokens that you can spend on things like robots and other improvements. Definitely check out Tree Planting Simulator if you haven't already. Next up, we have number 13, Unboxing Simulator. Unboxing Simulator is a really fun game. It's very similar to the style of Pet Simulator, where you essentially go around and you need to basically complete or unbox as many objects as possible. Instead of having to like take out coin stacks, you're essentially taking out boxes. Inside each box is potential for a hat drop. For every box you open, there's a chance to get a hat, and that hat might be a legendary, godly, and such. So you definitely want to continue to improve your hats so that you can make more damage to the different boxes that you are attacking. And essentially, you also want to use your coin that you get to hatch pets so that you can run faster and get different upgrades or power bonuses. Unboxing has a very similar feel to Pet Simulator 1, where you are unlocking different zones using coin, and you want to continue to progress through those zones to be able to get better at the game. Definitely check out Unboxing if you haven't already. Next up, we have number 12. It is Black Hole Simulator. It is a really, really fun game by our friend Nozni. He was involved with a lot of the games with the Rumble Studio team, including Bubblegum Sim, Mining Sim, I believe Rumble Quest, and he's also the maker of Treasure Quest and this game. The game is pretty simple and straightforward. Essentially, what you have is a black hole, and you are trying to suck up every single object in the game. You sell those parts that you collect for a coin. With that coin, you're going to want to rebirth as much as possible so you can get greater multipliers and continue to get more and more powerful and rank up. So essentially, this is very much a ranking game where you are trying to use your money to rank up as you would see in many other games like Ninja Legends. Next up, we have number 11. It is Pickaxe Simulator. Pickaxe Simulator is, again, very much a Ninja Legends clone. It's almost a lot like Planet Hoppers as well, in that you are using your pickaxe to essentially mine ore, and you're going to try to do some cloud hopping. I felt like this game had a little bit more of an interesting feel though than Planet Hoppers because of the fact that it didn't look like Ninja Legends, and it had a lot of different zones and mini games. And they also had something interesting, that they had a requirement for certain stones. So it gave me a little bit of that power simulator, that superpower training style game, where you actually had to be a certain power level to be able to mine certain things, which I thought was pretty unique and interesting. Definitely check out Pickaxe Simulator if you haven't already, and put it on your rotation list. Next up, we have number 10. It is Lumberjack Legends. It is one of my favorite games as a simulator. It is one of the most appealing visually, in my opinion, as well. The cool thing about this game, it is again that Ninja Legends style game, except it's different because you are cutting down trees as your currency. So again, any lumber that you collect, you are selling. Of course, no trees are harmed in the making of this game because they do respawn in place. One of the things that is really, really cool about this game, actually multiple things that are really cool about this game. One is the obbies. So the obbies, instead of doing cloud jumping, you're actually playing these different obbies to be able to get to different zones. And the nice thing is, once you've unlocked a zone, actually, even if you haven't unlocked the zone, as long as you've upgraded your axes or your basically your saws high enough, then you can actually immediately unlock that zone. So you don't even have to discover the zone to get to it, which I thought was really fantastic for players who just don't want to have to keep doing that each time they rank up. So definitely check out Lumberjack Legends if you haven't. I think it's one of the most underrated games on Roblox. Next, we have number 9, Sizzling Simulator. Sizzling Simulator is a completely different style simulator. I haven't really seen much like it. Essentially, what you do is you go around and hunt or kill different types of animals in different zones. So if you're against that kind of thing, maybe this game is not for you. But Let me say it is a really, really fun game. Essentially what you do is you kill different animals, you collect their meat, and you bring it back to your grill. So that's hence the sizzling side of things, is you're actually cooking the meat on your grill. With that grill, you want to upgrade as much as possible. Here comes a little bit of that tycoon simulator feel, is that you are upgrading your grill and making more and more money because you can actually handle more meat capacity. You can cook your meat faster. And of course you're going to hatch pets. And also they have some cool things with like wings and attachments that you can do to your character to make it more powerful. So definitely check out Sizzling Simulator if you haven't already. It's definitely a fun game. The content is a little limiting and I was able to blow through the content very quickly, but definitely check it out either way. Next up we have number 8. It is Sneezing Simulator. Sneezing Simulator, or actually they call it Sneeze Simulator sometimes and Sneezing Simulator. I don't know which one it is, but it is actually a really fun game. They did have to rename the game name because it was a little too close and hit a little too close to home because of the whole virus aspect of this. But they did say this is not at all related to it, and it is for entertainment purposes only. It is not meant to be anything to do with real life situations, but it is a really, really fun game. It does slow down a bit, so if you're into grindy games, it is a grindy one. I think you'll like it because of that. Essentially what you're looking for is you're trying to level up your infectors or your carriers, so you can assign basically bots here that help you infect new travelers. So every wave of travelers from your airport, you're going to try to infect. You want to infect them so that you can get more money. So what you do is you're selling your infections for points. With those points, you are going to upgrade your evolutions for the virus. Very, very much a similar style to any other simulator you've seen, but it's got a unique spin to it. And it is, like I said, a little slow, but it is still addicting. Next up, we have number 7. It is Blade Throwing Simulator. It is a Ninja Legends style copycat, but I think they did a lot of things right and better than Ninja Legends or any of these copycats. So one of the things that I really love about it, obviously they have all the typical stuff. You got your blades, you're clicking and you're selling and you're hatching, and that's all good and fun. But one thing that they did new is this whole perk system. It is a lot like Elementals in Ninja Legends, except you spend your ranks to upgrade your perks. Some of the perks are things like being able to equip more pets and such that are typically Game Pass oriented. So it is a very non-Robux player, non-pay-to-win friendly type game. So if you don't ever buy Game Passes or boosts or things like that, you don't have any Robux, you'll like this game a lot because it does the opposite of what Ninja Legends does and allows you to really play this game for free. That's a really, really great aspect of this game, and I definitely would recommend you checking out Blade Throwing Simulator. Next up, we have number 6. Here is Laser Legends. It is one of the newer simulators out. It is a Ninja Legends style clone, except they have a unique spin here that you actually are using laser guns or laser weapons, and you are trying to defeat as many robots as you can to be able to get energy, which you can then sell for money. And with that money, you can upgrade your weapons. So it is the typical loop. They have not added ranks to this game yet. I'm pretty sure that's in their plans. But right now, they don't have any ranking abilities. So once you get to the top, it's kind of like you're just waiting for the next update or content. And supposedly, they're going to be doing an update very soon here. So this may be a little out of date by the time you watch this video. But definitely check out Laser Legends. It is a really, really fun game. I ended up spending a lot of time hatching and basically grinding these bots and getting as OP as I could. So check it out. Next up, we have Minion Simulator. It is a new Roblox simulator. Definitely check this game out if you liked Pet Simulator 2 or Pet Simulator style games. It is just like it. Essentially what you use is your minions instead of pets, and the minions go around taking out coin stacks, and you have a chance to get a better, I don't want to call it a weapon. I guess it's a weapon that you can use to equip with your minions. So you equip your minions with these better weapons, and they can give more, it gives them basically more power or energy to be able to take out harder coin stacks. So definitely check this game out if you are into that style of pet sim gameplay. And I thought it was fantastic. I'm currently grinding it. So definitely check that out if you haven't already. It is a lot of fun. Next up, we have number 4. It is my own game, Dr. Seuss Simulator. Of course, I've got to include this game. Now, because I can't, as a developer, I can't really play it the same way players do. I can say, though, as a developer, I still have a lot of fun just messing around in the game and playing it. You'll like it. It's very, very different. It is not a Ninja Legends copy. It has its own unique style. It is very focused on obbies and different mini games and activities. So essentially what you're doing here is you are entering the world. You got to read the book. You sell your knowledge that you get from reading, hatch pets, and then go complete different activities for either unique pets, rare pets, secret pets, and then obviously you have the different themed events for Dr. Seuss. It is an official official Dr. Seuss game, meaning I actually did work with the Dr. Seuss team to get the license and worked with them very closely throughout the entire process and approvals for anything that we add. Definitely check out Dr. Seuss Simulator if you are looking for an interesting and unique simulator game. Again, full disclosure, I did work on the game, and we are constantly making updates, so definitely check it out if you are interested in that. Next up, number 3, Merge Battle Simulator. This is a newer game that I discovered recently, and it is a lot like, if you're familiar with all the different Merge style games on mobile, I think you're going to love this, because I've played things like Merge Planes. I've done like other games where they're like the forest style, like you're combining any of those combined to upgrade type games. I've spent endless hours playing these styles of games, and this is a really, really good example of a Roblox adaptation of that, where you are using your various weapons to take out bosses. And if you've played it, things like hero clickers or anything like that, you're gonna be familiar with this style of game. Now, the concept's pretty simple. You have at least 2 types of something. You combine those to make an upgrade, and then you combine that upgrade with another upgrade. And so you can see here, I've got 2 crossbows. I'm going to merge those to make a silver, and then I'm going to merge the silvers together, and then I'm going to merge the golds, and then it's going to turn into an even more powerful cannon. You just keep doing that over and over until you have the highest level possible weapon. I think they have like over 30 or something weapons, and then you can rebirth, and then after rebirthing you can unlock new stuff. So definitely check out Merge Battles if you haven't already. It is a fairly new game. It doesn't have a lot of people on it yet, and I think it's going to blow up once they continue to update it. Now for top 2, Pet Ranch Simulator 2. It is the sequel of the original Pet Ranch Simulator. It is a really, really fun game. It's so simple in so many ways, and I think that's what's endearing about it, is that you don't have much you need to do in this game other than rebirth. So you're hatching and rebirthing, and that's the cycle. You can play their little mini games that they have, which I'll show you in a little bit. But ultimately here, what you're just doing is you're trying to complete your indexes. Now, one of the things that they do have is a special like pet altar. Inside the pet altar, you can see all your indexes, and you can see what kind of rewards you get for completing all your indexes for that particular egg. And then of course you have these mini games you can play every day to gain a maximum set of currency that you can then use for purchasing your rebirths. So again, every week you're really trying to fight on the leaderboards to be the top weekly rebirths. So definitely check out Pet Ranch Simulator 2 if you're looking for a very mobile-friendly style game that you can have for pet hatching and just overall leaderboard kind of grinding. And for our top number 1, no surprise here, Bee Swarm Simulator. It is an older game, but man, oh man, there is so much to do in this game. Now, it is a grindy game, meaning if you're expecting to be able to drop, maybe 1,000 Robux on this game and be the most powerful player in the game, you're not going to be able to do that. I've spent a lot of money on this game, and I'm still not the top player. And I think that is what's so appealing to me, is that there's always something more to do. And on top of that, he updates, and he does really, really good updates. I think everyone should, from a development standpoint, be watching what he does and try to apply all the great things he does for his games. The bosses that he keeps adding, the different achievements, the different quests, the different types of rewards, the different types of bees, and just everything about it is unique. The best, in my opinion, simulator on Roblox. Again, it has no cloud jumping, it has no swords, it has none of that kind of stuff. It has cool bosses, it has cool quests, and I think you're just gonna enjoy grinding this game on a regular basis. Now, it can, of course, be tiresome. It is a heavy grind, so I understand a lot of people just want that quick win, that quick reward, in which case there's obviously all the Ninja Legend style clones that you can go and drop some Robux in if you need to and feel like you're the top player instantly. So definitely check this game out if you want a good simulator to grind. And if you haven't already, it is grindy, like I said, but if you just keep at it, you're going to get more and more powerful. You're going to unlock new zones, and you're going to have greater experiences because of that. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you found the video helpful. If it was, please hit that share button and send it to your friends. And if you have a Twitter, follow me at Dark Viper. All links are included in the description below for your convenience. And thanks again. I will see you all next time.
I'm a VIP.